I'm not in any rush at all.
Good.
Take your time, Tommy. I just got here.
Pick 29. You know how we do it. He's on the clock. Who's available? That sort of thing. Or Dave.
Oh God, the green wave draft. He's totally taking Tulane guys.
So,
he is absolutely taking Tulane guys.
Okay. Thomas, we didn't even.
I hate this draft.
So you didn't trade up, Dave. So
I haven't seen a single pick, and I already hate it.
I love
Dave,
this.
you didn't
Thomas,
trade up. That's strike one against the Mickey Loomis draft. Please.
Thomas, this is great. Wait, hold on. What are you doing? Oh, good night. I love you. I love you. Good night.
Oh,
good night, Irene.
Good night. Good night. Wait, close this door. Okay, thank you. All right. That was a horrible time.
He's putting.
She came for the draft.
He puts his kids to bed, and then he's going to put the rest of us to sleep with this nonsense that he's about to unleash.
All right, well, Thomas is throwing you guys for a little loop here because everything is not as it appears.
What do you mean, man? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and again, I will say that
October says, "Come back and watch your dad embarrass himself."
I mean, he can watch this on YouTube later in the week. So
yeah, or later in your life. Later in your life,
special for you. That's a great line.
Good. And so again, just reiterating, I did this draft, and I'm being dead serious. My mindset going into this draft, because I don't know all the prospects, I don't know as much as Kevin knows. I haven't done 1,000,001 mock drafts, so I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this draft the way that I thought Mickey would do this draft. So,
hold on a sec. I feel like the statement you need to timestamp. I don't know what Kevin knows. I think that Thomas. I think that needs to be captured and reused
hey, Tomas,
frequently.
Check the timestamp on this in perpetuity.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So with the 29th pick. Well, actually, wait. I'm sorry. There's been a trade.
Cool. Here we go.
This is feeling pretty Loomisy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. And I also want to say that Ralph, you just said, how could this be a Loomis draft if you didn't even trade and you stayed put at 29? Right. So there you go. I've already addressed one of your issues with my draft. Okay, strike one. And we traded with the Seahawks. One. I know that what's his face, the Pete Carroll. He likes
Schneider. That's right. They like to trade down.
Joe Schneider
likes to accumulate picks. So I thought this was very real. I thought this was very believable. Yeah. So the Saints.
He also thinks 9/11 was an inside job, but I digress.
Well, that's
right.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Prove that.
But trade ups melt Kevin's heart.
That's right.
Turn it to stone.
So the Saints have traded up.
That's no conspiracy.
The Saints have traded up to number 20, and again, it's not a huge, again, this is real. This is realistic. It's not like we're trading up to number 3 here.
It's realistic.
So Saints trade up to number 20 with the Seahawks. They give up their 29th pick, so they've traded up 9 spots. In addition to that, they give up their 3rd round pick, number 71, which was
good value on the trade chart by you, Dave.
I'm not gonna lie. This is eerily realistic.
Here we go. You're on board. Everybody's on board. Everybody's on board so far.
This is disgustingly possible.
Okay.
I've been making a joke on the Gus Kattengill show that I'm on every Wednesday. I've been making the same joke for a month that everyone needs to say their goodbyes to the 71st pick like it's a girlfriend and she's going off to college and you might never see her again.
That's right.
So this draft, if Dave gets this correct, I'll be very upset. If he nails this, Kevin, I'll be so mad. Not just because the Saints will have traded up again and broken you and mine hearts.
All right, so Dave, you're turning in just 2 picks now, just 20 and 40, right? That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless something else happens, we'll see.
Unless you move up again,
you never know, man.
You never know.
For me, a guy like me with a 5:30 a.m. wake up call tomorrow, I like this draft, Dave.
Well, I gotta say, like, as much as I hate trading up and losing the 3rd round pick, it's a mini miracle that 40 is still on the board. 40 being untouched is the real win here.
So
I mean, Dave only gave up 71 to move up, and 40 is.
I hate all of you. I hate all of you.
Well, Kevin,
Dave can't even hide his glee right now. There's something else going on here. There's something else that's going to happen. We're gonna get 20, and then Dave's gonna say, "Hang on, don't even advance the plot."
Oh my God!
I've already traded pick 40 and a bunch of other things to get back into the first round, and we're done on night 1.
Dave, and we're back at 29.
I need a ruling from Preston Ellis if I've been nice to Kevin on enough shows to where I can start being mean to him again.
Dave, if you gave away the 2024 first, I will reach through Al Gore's internet and I will slap your bald head. You better not have given away the 2024 first.
All right. Well, do we want to make the announcement, Thomas?
We'll just do the available players.
All right. Wait. Which Tulane player did you pick? Did you go Tyjae Spears, 20th overall?
Okay.
Ooh. So. Dalton Kincaid is there, baby.
Oh, yeah. We like him right at tight end from Notre Dame.
That's who I would pick. That's who.
Oh, no, tight end. No, sorry, from Utah.
Utah.
No, his Raz.
No Raz.
Yeah, he has got no Raz.
Didn't he have like a back injury or something that just got cleared? Doesn't he have like back and foot and neck injury? Like, he's like a chiropractor's dream, Kevin. Like, isn't something horribly wrong with his spine or something?
Guys, remember to say every available player for audio listeners.
So you got...
All right, so then
you touch the cable. You touch the cable.
You got
not everybody at once.
Don't touch it, Ralph. Stop touching it.
From Pitt, he had a 9.6 Raz. Tight end Dalton Kincaid out of Utah, no Raz. Also with not a no Raz, a 10 Raz. Cornerback Deontay Banks of your Maryland Terps. Brian Branch, Terps. Brian Branch, safety out of Alabama. 5.27 Raz. And then out of Tumoe, out of Bayor.
Can we please make Ralph say that? Can we please have Ralph pronounce that? I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm going to need the expert of the show to pronounce this, the linguistic expert.
Adabada, the Saints better not draft him. That's who that guy is. That's who that guy is.
20 is too high. 20 is too high for the fella from Northwestern.
Yeah, he's got too many.
Well, Kevin, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Because that's exactly who we're going to take. Because that's what the fucking Saints would do. They would take the defensive end way out of position. They would trade up to get him as if some other team was going to grab him. He's got the 9.7.
So you're announcing the pick? Thomas isn't announcing the pick? Is that how
it's announced? It's announced. It was too good. Kevin set me up. It was too good. It was too good. Announce it. But I've also had Thomas cue up the actual pronunciation of his name so we make sure that we get it correct.
Come on,
I can't believe we traded up and passed on Dalton Kincaid. My God.
I know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Do you remember 2 years ago when you said, I can't believe we traded up and drafted Peyton Turner? And do you remember the year before that or 2 years before that when you said, I can't believe we traded up and drafted Marcus Davenport? Yeah.
Yes, okay. I remember that.
Yeah. Right. So guess what? Third time's the charm.
There goes his internet.
He freezes up.
Okay, freeze, guys. I'm going to announce
Thomas, save that picture of Dave. We go.
Let's do this.
The 20th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Adetomiwa Adebawore, edge rusher from Northwestern.
Oh my God. He's 6'2". He doesn't even meet their minimum requirements for height.
He's got a 9.7 whatever Raz. He meets all the requirements for Raz. That's all you need to know.
Basically, he's going to be an outside linebacker.
Look, I'm not going to BS you. I don't know anybody. I don't know anything about this guy, and that's why you need to know about him now. Because when the Saints draft him in the first round and they trade up to do so, now you can consider yourself educated. This is happening. This right here, this guy is going to be in black and gold next year. Freaking book it. Book it,
guys. I'm not going to lie. It moved a little, and these highlights. Peyton Turner's Houston highlights don't have shit on this.
Dude, Dave has angered the people in the chat in a way that I've never seen. It's just 4-letter bombs everywhere. And I think, you know what it is, Dave?
This is
it's too real. It's too real.
Exactly.
It's too real for us.
It's like
too real.
It's like, you know, like yeah.
Listen, when all 4 of these, I want all of you assholes watching this and listening to this to remember, when all 4 of ours are done and you got to vote, who had the best draft? I want you to remember, this guy right here got you extra picks in 2024 and 2025 going forward, and that way there won't even have to be any more trade-ups for the next 2 years. Or trade-ups or trade-downs. I have restocked the pantry, and these clowns are giving away the store lease. Unbelievable.
Got Dr. Reed arms, though, Kevin.
T-shirt business.
That's not realistic. Okay, I'm
a small 2,000 square foot shop.
I don't know how that applies here. I don't want to be too dirty. I'm just going to say, like, this mock draft, this simulation that we're doing here now today, this is the lube for your draft day. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, prepare yourselves. And like, you're all,
and don't be
you're
surprised.
all in the chat. Exactly. And I'm just saying, you're all in the chat right now. You're dropping all these F-bombs. You're all upset, whatever. Like,
We know it's coming.
Yes. No. What I'm saying is like on draft day, these F-bombs will all of a sudden, just like Andrew and Ralph, it'll be like, well, I don't know. You know, you'll start talking yourselves into it. Oh, I don't know.
I can't talk myself into somebody's name I can't pronounce, Dave.
Did you hear Andrew? He said it moved a little bit. He was already getting excited. Like Andrew's already talked himself into it. Andrew's already talked himself into the actual 2023 New Orleans Saints draft.
My initial reaction
is getting a head start.
My initial reaction to Peyton Turner being selected, Thomas, I don't know if you can drop my face when we immediately drafted Peyton Turner. I don't know if you have that.
It's
the
perfect. It was perfect then. It's perfect now.
I was just going to say that applied perfectly to how he has played out. So
Kevin,
but he's talking about the lube here. He's talking about the lube here for draft night. If this is the lube, we're all going to get taken to town by the taco toy, and it ain't going to be pleasant.
If this draft is sexual assault, we're going to get a venereal disease too. This is horrible. This is horrible, Dave.
You're saying that now, but I'm just saying, like, draft night.
Kevin, we're
doing the post pick draft, and it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows from you guys. Oh, this guy's great.
I won't give you the satisfaction. I won't give you this, Cariello. I won't give you the satisfaction.
Oh, he called me by my last name.
Guys, remind me. This is completely unrelated to Saints football or this draft, but I have a story. Just remind me to tell it before the show's over.
Okay. Kevin, where's this guy? People say I should just call him A-Man for short. So where's this guy rated? Like, did Dave pick him like a round or two too high?
Way high.
Hang on. Let me pull up the big board here because I just had to post a mock draft that I ran. Yeah. So let's see. So defensive and
edge.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, okay, and
PFF has him ranked. PFF has him ranked 41st.
Oh yeah.
So the mock draft simulator. Let me get back into there.
All of this smells like the Saints.
It smells all right.
It reeks of the Saints. It just reeks of it. My God,
it definitely reeks, pal.
There's a live look at my reaction of Peyton Turner and this pick.
Yeah. And then average draft position, also 41.
You should probably just leave that, Thomas, for the rest of the show.
So seems like he has.
They could just wait to pick 40 and take this guy.
Yeah, we've said that. No. That's exactly what we have said for the last 3 draft nights. We have said that exact same thing. We said they could have taken somebody else and then taken Peyton Turner with the next pick, but they didn't. They traded up to get the guy that they could have gotten in the 3rd freaking round. Okay, this is happening. Lube up.
We're gonna get some dumbass shit where like some report will be leaked that like, oh, the Saints got some intel that the Chiefs were about to take him.
Yeah,
no, they freaking weren't. They weren't.
Like Green Bay was going to take on Yamato. We had to move up.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if the NFL is like, hey, leak that we're about to take this guy at 80. Let's see if the Saints take him. Leak that the 97th best prospect in the draft, like leak that we're going to take him at 22. Let's see what the Saints do.
Tiger Saint speaks for all of us. He says this draft is diarrhea. Cha cha cha.
But don't let us stop you, Dave. Please keep going.
Okay. All right. It's about time. Let's keep
Dave, did you pick this guy because he was, did you specifically take him because you thought, did you look for a guy when you traded up? You're like, I got to pick a guy.
No,
I got to pick a guy.
I'm sorry, Ralph. Which guy?
Yeah.
Sorry. Which guy was it?
Okay.
Adebajuda? I don't know. I'll learn his name. Thomas, say it again. Let me hear it phonetically one more time.
Adetomiwa Adebare.
Mm-hmm. The bar, right? So Adetamada. Like that is a nice.
I have to admit that I did not choose him because I knew this would be hysterical comedy fodder for the podcast. I mean, I did know that was going to be the case, but I picked him because he was in the right enough area where he's a reach at 20.
He was in the cloud. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's
absolutely a reach.
He's a reach at 20, and he not a ridiculous reach. You know, it's not like I'm drafting some guy. No. I'm saying like it's not like I'm drafting like a sixth, like Dorian Williams or somebody who's projected to go in the 6th round or something like
Peyton
that.
Turner.
Well, yeah. I'm impressed that Ralph is so resigned. He's already got a fathead of him on his wall.
But also because he's at a position of need and a position that the Saints always kind of draft in the 1st round. So you
could have had the Terp. The Saints also need cornerback help.
No, and also because of his RAS score. No, we don't no. This is Peyton
Turtles.
Turner.
We don't draft turtles.
Yeah. Anyway, so but obviously the name thing that was the
cherry on top of
that was Lanyard
Sunday that you built.
Yeah, that was like, and he's got a name that Ralph was never going to pronounce. This is perfect. This just could not be.
Man, I think you agree. If we draft this guy, it's mandatory he change his name to something Ralph can pronounce.
Yeah,
that's right. October says we are in Salem, Mass. in 1692, and he's accusing Dave of being a witch.
That's right.
because I can see the future.
That's right.
All right. So anyway, so we don't have a 3rd round pick, so we only have our 2nd round pick, so we're still picking at number 40. Here's the thing though.
Don't mess us up,
Dave. Before we get to that, I have to say I kind of either want the Saints to have the miracle trade down so we can be excited for Kevin, or I kind of want this to happen so you can take the most disgusting, obnoxious victory lap in the history of this podcast. I want one of those two things, but get to pick 40.
All right. So we're not trading up. We're not trading down. We're staying put at 40. Let's see who's available, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got Tanner McKee from Stanford, the quarterback. We've got Dion Henley, linebacker.
End of the Innocence is a great record.
That's Hemley, though. I think
love the Eagles.
Henley, yeah.
That is a good song from Washington State. We've got Cam Smith from USC, South Carolina. Razgod 9.68 cornerback. We've got North Carolina Josh Downs, wide receiver, 8.99. And then we've got Ralph. What's this guy's name?
Tupelo?
What?
Tupelo,
Mississippi. Defensive end from this is from
bookends that
USC.
I can never
pronounce. He has no RAS score. Anyway, who do you guys like here?
Cam Smith.
Yeah.
We're getting another corner in the 2nd round again. We're doing this again. God.
Was Cam Smith available?
I actually would hate Tajay Spears here less than these dudes.
Really? You don't want a cornerback?
No.
I mean,
don't worry, Jude. You ain't taking him.
He's a Raz god.
Yeah.
The Henley guy, Kevin, what's his Raz?
8.07.
There's probably some dude with a 10 Raz that Dave's about to pick that's nowhere near here.
Yeah, actually, I was actually surprised that Thomas put Atadamu on the board. I thought we were going to like surprise everybody and just
was the Iowa linebacker with the 999 Raz available?
Jack Campbell?
Yeah,
he had to be. He's gone by now.
Maybe.
Jack Campbell ain't anywhere around by pick 40. Jack Campbell is barely there at 29.
29.
He's gone by 29. Jack Campbell is typically gone.
He's like
early 20s.
He's like
gone.
deluxe Caden Ellis, though. His highlights are amazing.
All right, so what's the pick, Dave?
What'd you do? Dave?
Disappoint us again.
All right, so most of you guys want Cam Smith. Andrew does not want
Let me announce it.
That's right.
Yeah, let the commish go.
You can.
The 40th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Cam Smith, cornerback from South Carolina.
This draft.
Let me tell you something. I was so prepared. I was waiting for you to be an asshole and pick Josh Downs, and I was going to come flying out of nowhere and crash into that closet and brain you with a steel folding chair.
I know, but the problem is that
he deserves that anyway.
This isn't about me. This isn't my draft. This is Mickey Loomis's draft.
You are making the picks
for Mickey Loomis on behalf of Mickey Loomis.
Don't try to.
Don't hide behind that. Don't hide behind that.
Kevin, just tell everybody you love this pick.
I do love this pick.
That's what I wanted to hear.
That's a good pick. Of the options that were there, Cam Smith was the best option. It fills a need. You didn't have to trade up for it. You didn't have to trade down for it. Cam Smith is sometimes gone by pick 40.
Yeah,
the fact that he was still there at 40.
The thing I could see about this playing out, and this feels realistic again, is that number one, you've got Lattimore, you've got Adebo, you've got Alante Taylor, and so we're looking at the Saints cornerback depth chart. We're like, no, don't take a cornerback. Certainly, they're not going to do that. And like Dennis Allen's going to go to the podium, and he's like, I'm going to tell you, we're excited. Our defense got better today, and we're like, that would be the most Dennis Allen thing ever to get Derek Carr as your new quarterback and be like, sorry, Derek, like we're not going to help you out in the draft. Sorry, bro,
you're on your own, buddy.
Yep.
It's not like these were the only two picks they had.
And our first and second picks, we're not going to have a third. And our first and second are both going to be defensive players.
Yeah.
Sorry, Derek.
Here's the thing. Derek Carr, between the Saints not getting him any help next week and his power going out in New Orleans this week, he's going to question every decision he's made this offseason. He's going to be like, man.
Did you guys see on Twitter that he was asking about the water boil?
Yeah, the boil water advisor. All right,
you're a real New Orleanian now, Derek.
That was hilarious. That was very funny. He didn't get a boil water advisory. He lives in Metairie. He doesn't live in Orleans Parish, so he doesn't have to deal with half of the bullshit that people in Orleans Parish has to. I know where he lives. I don't know his exact address, but I know the general.
We know where you live.
I know the general whereabouts, and I can't believe.
Starting, Dave.
Well, no, it's not.
October says Derek Carr with instant regret,
and I can't believe that. I can't believe that house he bought didn't come with. I guess he said the generator hadn't been hooked up yet.
Right. He was still waiting for the generator to get locked and loaded.
He's going to be waiting for the generator like he's waiting for offensive help.
I don't understand that. I would assume that any house in his neighborhood would have a full whole home generator already attached to it.
I would think the
How
Saints
does that work?
Quarterback too.
If your generators in New Orleans are propane or fuel,
No.
Like, are those built? Are those buried underground? What
No.
do they do?
So we have a whole home generator for our house. It's tied into your natural gas line. So
Dave.
So even when the power is out, whatever, Cox is out, internet is out, whatever, the gas is all underground, and that never goes out.
October.
Yeah. See, I don't have a natural gas line, so I have a propane tank buried in the yard.
Octoberus wants to know, Dave, do you drive by Derek Carr's house once a day in a white unmarked van?
No, I don't know exactly where he lives. I was told he bought a house in Metairie Club.
I do know exactly where Mickey Loomis lives.
Yeah.
On the golf course.
I'll say the Mercedes parked out front. A lot of Mercedes.
Mickey and Derek live in the same neighborhood.
This is number one bullshit.
All right, so that's it. So there's no third round.
That's it.
That's the draft.
Yeah, that's your draft. And again, sticking with the realistic theme here, you had 3 rounds and you got 2 picks out of it. All very realistic.
I can't believe 40 was unblemished. I can't
can't either.
This is ugly. This is hideous. This is absolutely hideous.
More hideous than mine, where I traded up and burned the 2024 first to get Jalen Carter.
I can't wait till this hits. Exactly. It's going to hit exactly.
I feel like I need to do like just let the board come to me draft, which absolutely won't happen, but at least we'll get our listeners excited about the possibility.
Right. That's right. By the time all 4 of us have gone, we will have covered every scenario.
Yeah.
All Jude has to do is not trade any of the picks,
right?
And basically not miss the layup. And he'll claim victory on this again.
Somebody in the chat said, "This is sadness. I feel worse for the Saints than Foster Moreau, and that is saying something." Here's the thing, Dave.
I'll say something about Foster Moreau. I think Foster Moreau is going to be fine. I saw his dad actually on Friday. Everybody's high spirits. I think Foster is going to be back to playing football sooner rather than later. I'm being dead serious. And honestly, I think when he does come back, I think he would like to play for the Saints.
Well,
I already said all that.
Andrew already broke the news that like the contract was done. If you'd be on time, Dave, you would know that. Yeah, I want everyone to answer this before we get to announcing, before we get to questions, and take it to the top. Kevin,
then I'll say this: I have separate sources from Jude, so that's double confirmation. So there you go. Fucking lock that in, because I had no idea Jude said any of that. So there you go.
Because you weren't on time.
Oh wait! Oh, that's the breaking news siren.
Breaking news,
guys! I've got breaking news. The Saints number. Yep, there you go. There it is from Ian Rappaport. Saints first round draft pick out of Tomama, out of Dubaba. He got injured while watching film during OTAs. He's going to miss the first 8 to 10 weeks of the season. More realistic scenario, he's going to play 1 to 2 games this season. It's going to be brutal, guys. I'm sorry.
Here's my question.
And thus ends my realistic Saints mock draft.
I love how this fake tweet ends with just brutal. That's brutal. That's so rap sheet. That's the most rap sheet tweet ever.
Extra meat and cheese for you, Thomas. Good job.
This draft, Kevin, is a hate crime.
I forgot about the breaking news.
It's a hate crime against me and you with dreams of trading down. But the more I look at the draft, and I want everybody to answer this, and then we'll get on to.
You traded up. Don't act like you're on my side.
But I can't help myself. I'm like an addict, Kevin. I want to do the right thing.
Your draft was a war crime.
It was worse.
I wanted to do the right thing, Kevin, but I can't.
Ralph is throwing shade at Dave, and he gave up the 2024 first, which will probably be the 7th pick overall.
But here's my defense. Dave should know better. Here's my question. I want all of you to answer. Clearly, our trade down dreams are just fantasy. What is a realistic hope? How scared, on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you that Dave's draft is wrong and I'm correct, and the 2024 first is in play. I want everybody to answer. Dave, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being petrified. How afraid are you that the Saints 2024 first is in play next Thursday?
Okay, before I answer this, I just want to say that means you're conceding the fact that your draft is a worse scenario than my draft.
Oh, it probably is. But I love Jalen Carter. He's good. And he's so saintsy because he's fat and out of shape, and he's from Georgia. Perfect.
I just want to say, like, that the way you're asking this question would suggest that you feel like your draft is way worse than my scenario and my.
I mean, Kevin called it a war crime. He's not that far off. It's the Henry Kissinger of drafts.
But anyway, what would I rate
the Saints' fear of the 2024 first being in play?
Oh, how do I think it's likely? Is that what you're asking?
How are you not understanding this? 1 to 10, 10 being petrified.
No.
How worried are you that the pick will be traded?
I didn't forget
2024 first. How are you having so much trouble with this?
I didn't forget the 1 to 10 scale. I forgot what the actual question was because I got distracted and I asked Ralph a follow-up question and I got distracted by his original question.
What's the number?
I would be, how petrified do I think? 7. No. There's 2 questions here. Jesus. I think that I would be 10.
You are
no, stop.
Insufferable.
I apologize. No, stop. I'm 10 petrified that if they actually did it. I am 7 convinced that they actually would do it.
Kevin, please be quicker than that when you answer this.
I don't even understand what he just said.
There's 2 questions.
Please don't ask him to clarify.
On a scale of 1 to I'm thinking of 2 things. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think it is that the Saints would do what Ralph suggested?
That's it.
And no, that wasn't the question. Your question was how petrified would you be if they did that? Okay? And that's a stupid question.
That's not what he asked.
Yes,
I asked you on a scale of 1 to 10. How petrified are you that you think it's going to happen?
Your scenario or Dave's scenario?
I don't know. Whatever scenario you want. I just want to move.
I am more scared. I'm more scared of your scenario happening than Dave's, but. Yours is a war crime.
It is.
Dave's is Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Both equally bad. It just depends on what you want to debate is worse.
My answer, I'm going to make this simple and easy for you, Ralph. My answer is 11.
Oh, my God. See, that scares me because Juge has got the sources. I'm scared. Now the joke turned serious when Juge cranked it up to 11.
Things just got dark.
Thanks for watching the Saints Happy Hour. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, then find us wherever you get your podcast, and finally go to saintshappyhour.com and become a patron of the best Saints podcast on earth.